Ava Mitchell had always felt something missing, like a shadow she couldn't name. On her first day of senior year at Hillcrest High in Portland, Oregon, she wasn't expecting anything unusual. She walked confidently through the hallways, books in hand, wearing a faded denim jacket that once belonged to her late father. As she passed the science lab, something strange happened. A girl stepped out. Same height. Same eyes. Same long, dark hair pulled into a messy bun. They stopped. Stared. The hallway noise seemed to fade into silence. The other girl frowned and whispered, "What the hell?" Ava blinked. "That's weird. You look exactly like me." They stood there, both stunned. Ava's heart pounded. The girl's name tag read Emma Carter. "I've never seen you before," Ava said, taking a shaky breath. Emma narrowed her eyes. "Me neither. This is creepy." Principal Jones, who had just rounded the corner, froze. He looked between the two girls. "Well, this is interesting." They were sent to the office. Claire Mitchell was called. When she arrived, her face went pale. She stared at Emma like she had seen a ghost. "Claire, you okay?" the principal asked. I need a moment," she said, gripping her purse tightly. Ava sat beside Emma, her mind spinning. "Is this some prank?" Emma shook her head. "No. But now I need answers." And that's when the seed of truth started to sprout, one that had been buried for 17 years. That evening, Claire sat in the living room, fingers trembling around a cup of untouched tea. Ava was pacing. "Mom, that girl, Emma, she looked exactly like me." Claire closed her eyes. "It's impossible, it can't be her." "You know something, don't you?" Ava pressed. "Please, Mom. Don't lie to me." Claire's voice cracked. "You were born with a twin." Ava gasped. "I couldn't keep both of you," Claire continued, eyes watering. "Your father had just died. I was 19. We had no money. I was told Emma died at birth." Tears spilled down Ava's cheeks. "But she didn't. She's alive." "I see that now," Claire whispered. "But how? Why would the hospital lie?" Suddenly, Ava remembered the moment Principal Jones mentioned something odd, how Emma had transferred last semester from Seattle, and how the Carter family never gave much detail about her birth records. Claire's face turned pale. "Rebecca Carter. She worked at that hospital. She was in the maternity ward." "You think she took her?" Ava said, voice shaking. "I don't know," Claire admitted. "But I need to find out." Ava pulled out her phone. "Then let's get a DNA test." Claire nodded slowly. "You deserve to know the truth. And so does she." But across town, in the cold marble kitchen of a suburban mansion, Rebecca Carter slammed her wine glass down after seeing a picture Emma had texted her, a selfie with Ava. She knew this day would come. "No," she muttered, staring into the dark. "Not now. Not when everything is perfect." But everything was far from perfect. And soon, it would unravel. Great. Here's the continuation of the story from scene 3 to scene 12, each 350 words, emotional, deeply engaging, with suspense and a negative character arc. Let's dive in. A week later, Ava and Emma sat awkwardly across from each other in the sterile waiting room of Dr. Raymond Lee's office. The swabs had been done. Now came the truth. Emma kept her arms crossed, her jaw tight. "I'm only here because I want answers, not because I trust you." Ava gave a weak smile. "Same." Claire sat beside Ava, gripping her hand. Across the room, Rebecca Carter sat stiff and unblinking, her eyes locked on the door. Dr. Lee finally entered, holding a folder. He sat down slowly. "There's no easy way to say this. Ava Mitchell and Emma Carter, you are identical twins. DNA confirms it with 99.99% accuracy. Rebecca's face drained of color. Emma's chair creaked as she leaned forward. You said I was adopted from a private agency. Rebecca stumbled. You were. That's what they told us. Claire stood. You worked in the maternity ward, Rebecca. You were there the night my twins were born. Emma turned to her mother. Is this true? I saved you, Rebecca snapped. You were going to die in that poor house. She was a child herself. No, Claire said, voice shaking. You stole her. You watched me cry and mourn a child you knew was alive. Emma backed away. You lied to me my whole life. The room spun. Claire was crying. Ava was frozen. Rebecca looked wild, desperate. You're mine. Rebecca screamed. I raised you. Loved you. She would have raised you in filth. Dr. Lee stepped forward. Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to calm down. But the damage was done. Emma had already walked out the door. Outside, the cool wind blew through her hair, but her world had caught fire. 3 days later, Claire and Ava visited St. Mary's Hospital, where the twins were born. I need access to records from 17 years ago, Claire told the nurse at the desk. I'm sorry, those are sealed, the woman replied. Claire's eyes narrowed. Then bring someone who can open them. After an hour of pleading and bureaucracy, Nurse Lillian, now retired but still volunteering, was called. She remembered Claire. I remember you crying in that hallway, Lillian whispered. You were holding Ava. And a nurse said the second baby didn't make it. Claire nodded. But she did. She was stolen. By Rebecca Carter. Lillian looked horrified. Rebecca, she was transferred 2 weeks after that birth. There were rumors, but no proof. She had friends in administration, Claire said. She changed the records. Lillian hesitated, then quietly led them to a back room. We can't print anything. But I'll let you see what I found. She handed over a faded folder marked, Baby B. Mitchell. The file was altered. Dates crossed. Signatures missing. The discharge paper had Rebecca Carter's signature as the attending nurse. Claire gasped. This is it. Ava's eyes brimmed with tears. She made a life decision for all of us. Lillian whispered, if this goes public, people will lose jobs. Maybe even face charges. Claire shook her head. I don't care. I just want my daughter back. And for the first time in 17 years, Claire had something stronger than hope, she had proof. Emma sat on the rooftop of Liam's apartment, the sky painted in the soft orange of sunset. Liam brought 2 coffees and sat beside her. You okay? She laughed bitterly. You ever find out your whole life is a lie? That your mom stole you from your real mother? Liam looked at her gently. That's a lot to carry. I don't know who I am anymore, Emma said. She raised me, but lied to me. And Ava, she's living the life that could have been mine. You both lost something, he said. But now you've found each other. Emma turned her face away. I don't know if I can forgive her. Or myself. I screamed at Ava. She didn't deserve that. Liam handed her a folded piece of paper. Ava dropped this at school. It's a drawing she made when she was 5. It says, one day I'll find my missing piece. Emma stared at the paper, her heart aching. For the first time, tears fell freely. I'm her missing piece, she whispered. Emma returned home that night. Rebecca stood in the kitchen, waiting. You came back, she said quietly. Emma didn't respond. I know you're angry. But I gave you everything. Don't let that woman take you from me. She is my mother, Emma replied, her voice steady. I'm your mother, Rebecca hissed. I fed you, clothed you. You kidnapped me. Rebecca's mask cracked. If I hadn't taken you, you'd be nothing. You're strong because of me. No, Emma said. I'm broken because of you. Rebecca reached out, but Emma stepped back. I'm moving out, Emma said. And I've spoken to a detective. They're reopening the case. Rebecca's face twisted in rage. You ungrateful little. Emma walked away. For the first time, without fear. At the Mitchell home, Ava waited on the porch. When Emma appeared at the end of the walkway, Ava ran to her. They hugged for the first time, really hugged. I'm sorry, Emma whispered. Me too, Ava said. Claire stepped out, wiping her hands on her apron, and froze. Emma looked at her real mother. I don't know what to call you. Claire's eyes welled up. Call me whatever feels right. I'm just glad you're here. Inside, they sat for hours, sharing stories, comparing memories. Emma was quiet but observant. Later, Ava took her hand. We lost 17 years. Let's not waste another minute. Detective Hannah Morales knocked on Rebecca Carter's door. Rebecca Carter, I'm reopening the 2008 infant abduction case from St. Mary's Hospital. Rebecca crossed her arms. That's absurd. We have a witness, altered documents, and DNA evidence. You have no proof I took the baby. But we will, Morales said. And if you obstruct this investigation, you'll be arrested. Rebecca's eyes darkened. You think you're going to destroy me? No, Morales replied. You already did that yourself. News broke. Hospital nurse under investigation for baby theft. Cameras surrounded the courthouse. Inside, Claire gave testimony. Lillian provided her statement. DNA records were submitted. Emma sat on the bench beside Ava, trembling. Rebecca's lawyers tried to argue emotional attachment. But the evidence was too strong. I trusted the system, Claire said in court. But someone took my child. The courtroom was silent as the verdict was announced. Guilty. Rebecca was sentenced to 12 years for kidnapping and falsifying medical records. Emma cried in Ava's arms. On their 18th birthday, Ava planned a surprise, one for both of them. Emma walked into the decorated living room and stopped. There were 2 cakes. One with her name. One with Ava's. Happy first birthday, together, Ava said softly. Emma's eyes filled with tears. I never had a real party. Claire handed Emma a gift. A locket. Inside was a baby photo, 2 tiny girls sleeping together. Emma hugged her. I think I'm ready to call you Mom now. Claire sobbed. I've waited 18 years to hear that. Emma moved in with the Mitchells, legally changing her last name. At school, she and Ava were inseparable, catching up on a lifetime in months. Rebecca, now in prison, wrote letters. Emma never replied. I need time, she told Liam. She raised me, yes. But she also hurt me. Therapy, healing, forgiveness, all slow, all painful, but happening. They even started a YouTube channel, Twin Truths, sharing their story. One night, Ava whispered, "You're the best part of me." Emma smiled. We were always 2 halves of the same soul. Months passed. The family was whole, though not perfect. One evening, Emma sat on the roof, watching the stars with Ava. I used to wish I had a sister, Ava said. Now I have you. I used to wish I had a real mom, Emma replied. Now I do. They stayed there in silence, the kind that speaks louder than words. Below them, Claire turned off the porch light and whispered into the quiet night. Thank you, God, for bringing my daughter back. Because sometimes, love finds its way, even after 17 years. Even after everything is broken. Because family, in the end, is the piece that makes us whole.